What's good, people? It's your boy, Uncle Fred, back in the house, back in the saddle one more again. Content, it's D-Day. It's the day, well, it's the night right before big game, divisional round of the playoffs. As my moniker says, huge legacy establishing game. We're going to talk about that. We're talking about the keys. We're going to talk about some roster moves, some signings, some cuts, and the keys that I think is going to help us win this game. And we're gonna talk about that. All right. So without any further ado, oh yeah, and I'm gonna have a prediction for y'all too. So we're not gonna talk for a few minutes, but just want to get this in. So I mean, I don't know if y'all nervous or not, but I'm concerned. But I think we're gonna get this thing done. But we're gonna talk about that here in just a few seconds. So let's go.
2 times on the beat, bitch.
What's good, people? Once again, it's your boy Uncle Fred back in the house. One more again. Content, please hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Become a part of the Uncle Fred Sports Experience. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Oh, okay. Now I don't. I know. I don't have cowboy garb on today. I got on my. You can look. It's Dubai. My wife just went to Dubai and brought me back a shirt. It says Dubai. It's got the camel right here. And then it's the Capella Towers right there, which is the tallest building in the world. That's all that. Of course, I got that on the hat too. So I'm just wearing that. And I just felt like Dubai, the UAE. So I'm wearing what I got brought back. So I'm just wearing that. I got cowboy stuff on the wall back there, so I put that on. But anyway, man, how you guys feeling about the game tomorrow? Well, about I don't know, about 15, 16 hours or something like that. Uh, Look, I ain't gonna say I'm nervous. I'm a bit concerned because I know we're playing a good team. Each round in the playoffs, you play, and the competition gets ratcheted up just a little bit. Each round you go. Now we already know if I should say, when we get past the 49ers, we're gonna be facing the Philadelphia Eagles. So they made quick work of the New York Football Giants today, 38-7. I think Jalen Hurts threw for 154 yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for one, and Giants really never really challenged them or anything. So we already know who we're gonna play. So if win, I get myself in the right frame of mind to say win. We get this victory later today. So let's talk about it here. So it's a couple things here. Got some roster moves that was made. Uh, well, first roster moves, and man, kind of got them out of sequence here. We know about the fiasco that was at Raymond James Stadium. Our boy Money uh, Meyer missed 4 extra points, made the fifth one. Should have been 35-14. That's fine. And I know everybody said all the right things. Dak said all the right things and all that stuff. Say, when I'm with him, I played like, last couple of weeks, and I was able to bounce back. You will too. And I said on my video on Tuesday night that he had a case of the yips. Like Dak had a case of the yips. Basically, that's just a situation where you just can't get right. You can't do the stuff that you used to do routinely. So apparently Dak transferred his to the Meyer, and it was such that we was scoring so much. If you scored 5 touchdowns in the game, your offense is clicking. They didn't that those kicks weren't didn't hurt us in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It's just concerning. And I know Jerry said the right thing and said, well, I would be concerned, but he's made a bunch of them. So, but you say that, but you're still business wise, you still kind of got to do the prudent and responsible thing. So they signed a kid named Tristan Vizcaino. And of course, the practices, I think the practice they had, I think Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I think Mayer kicked like 6 field goals, 6 for 6, and wins. So, maybe they think he's got this thing figured out. And then they got Tristan Vizcaino just for insurance in case he didn't sign him to the practice squad. But then, they, basically it's to push him, let him know, hey, you got problems. We got to have a kicker. So, so that's going to be the thing. So, but apparently, that's a thing in the past, the yips, and hopefully it's going to, hopefully that's behind him because where it was a luxury against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it's going to probably be a necessity against the San Francisco 49ers, and what I think is going to be a close game, which means every point is going to count. All right. So we got that going, and then as the day rolled around, there was some other moves. The cornerback that he played, I want to say he played some in the last playoff game. Trayvon Mullen, I think he used to play with the Raiders. I thought he did okay, but they cut him today. All right, and they also cut offensive lineman Brock Hoffman also. All right, and they moved Xavier Rhodes, which he played some on the last playoff game. So they gave him a full roster spot, and also they moved up a guy named Aviante Collins, a big offensive lineman. And the reason for that is because Jason Peters, we know, of course, it's in the injury part of the crawl you see going across your screen. We know Jason Peters got hurt in the Tampa Bay game, hurt his hip, and it's kind of serious. And of course, like I said, Jason Peters was 40. And I guess we was kind of guessing if we thought we was gonna keep him a whole for whole games. Basically, we've been keeping him the spot duty. You know what I'm saying? So so he's out, and so because of that, we're gonna move him probably to the injured reserve or whatever for a few weeks, and then I guess we'll move up this guy Aviani Collins. So with Collins, with Peters out, that's going to move Connor McGovern back to left guard and Tyler Smith back to tackle. And, of course, Tyler Biadasz and, Zach Martin at right guard and Tyron Smith at right guard. Right tackle. I'm sorry. So it's going to be kind of interesting there. So we got that going. So injury news, like I said, Jason Peters out with a hip. Jaron Curse also with a knee. Listed as questionable with a knee, a sprained MCL. Now, if you hear Jaron Curse, he says, "Oh, I'm playing because I'm guaranteed 4 more quarters. That's all I'm guaranteed, right?" So we're gonna see, but he says he's gonna play. I don't care what they say, but obviously he's got to be cleared first, right? So we're gonna see how that goes. But man, we're gonna definitely need him with Kittle. We're gonna need, he gonna be matched up against George Kittle. So very important that we had him. Really was nobody else on the injured report. Now let's talk about the game. Game's gonna be Fox tomorrow night, 5:30 Central Standard Time. And so what do we need to look for in this game? Now, we know the 49ers 13-4 won the NFC West, won 11 straight games. Last game I think they lost was to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Kansas City Chiefs beat them like 43-20 or something like that. I think that may have been the first game that Christian McCaffrey came there or whatever. So they've won. Then, of course, Jimmy G ended up getting hurt, and then they brought in 7th round pick Brock Purdy, the very last 272, I think, draft, Mr. Irrelevant. He's won 6 straight games. So what are y'all thinking? Now, in my mind, next to the Eagles, this might be the best team we will play this year. Um, Brock Purdy, even though he's undefeated, I think he threw for over 300 yards and a couple of touchdowns and an interception. I think last week against the Seahawks in the wild card round. Um, but he's a rookie. All right. Now I know Kyle Shanahan's gonna coach him up. Have him ready for pretty much every situation. But it would suffice it to say that I don't think he's faced a defense as good as ours, as physical as ours, as fast as ours. Pass rush as intense as ours. And I think we're second in the league in sacks. We first most of the season. We had like 55 sacks, I think is what we end up with. So we really we got our work cut out for us here, right? But what I want, but here's the thing. Now I know Mike McCarthy had said something about during the week, that this is sort of like a revenge tour. First of all, we got beat by Tampa Bay first game of the season, got beat by them first game of the season last year, and we really got dominated by them early in the season, 19-3. It was never really a threat. Didn't even we got in the red zone on our first drive and kicked the field goal, never entered the red zone again, got beat 19-3. Okay. So when we got a chance to play them, it's almost like, yeah, we gotta show them we mean business now. So we still got it on our minds last year about this time. San Francisco came into our building and beat us 23-16, 17, right? And then, of course, Dak running with 8 seconds left and got stopped and couldn't get the play spiked before the time ran out. We could have had a shot from the 24-yard line if it had got a second left or whatever. So we got that fresh in our mind. Of course, Mike McCarthy's going around telling everybody, hey, man, they big boarders. They big boarders last year. They big boarders last year. What does that mean? They kind of snatched our manhood. They physicaled us. Deebo Samuels ran right at us and ran right to the end zone. And it's like we didn't want to tackle him. Said, now that's what happened. But this year, we can't be like that, okay? But Micah said something interesting, too. He said, look, I know that their game is physical. They like to, because it's been, said that, when you play the 49ers, when you finish them, you need a hot tub or a cool tub or whatever, because you've been in a fight. Okay. Now, Micah said something interesting. He said that, if I try to go play the game that they want to play, I'll get my ASS beat by doing that. And I'm not trying to. I'm gonna try. We can beat them playing our game. Okay. Now he didn't go into no details as to what that meant, but we got to play our game. But here's the thing. Now, to me, I felt like we got to be physical. Okay. We got to be disciplined and smart. We got to make tackles when tackles are to be made. We can't let guys run through our tackles, because that's when you get momentum. That's when they start to, we gotta make tackles. All right. We gotta be disciplined. No stupid penalties. Okay. No grabbing offensive linemen like Randy Gregory did last year. None of that stuff. Okay. Uh, I think it's important that when our off defense is on the field, that we pay attention to the details. I think Kyle Shanahan sometimes will run like 9 different plays from the same, or run the same play from 9 different formations. Is what I'm trying to say, to try to see if he can get you to play your hand or play it differently. So, and then they'll do other things. So he's very creative in his play calling and his play design and his motions and stuff like that, and his shifts. Very, very detail oriented. And it's hurting us that we got like a day and a half less to prepare. And we're playing a guy that's that creative, and we're playing them on the road, that sort of thing. But when they're running the ball, one thing I know, because I know Kyle Shanahan is a chip off of his daddy, Mike Shanahan, they love that zone run. They like to run that thing wide and cut that thing back. We got to remember the cut back. And now they got a running back that's better than any back they've ever had. And they got Christian McCaffrey now, right? And Michael, that's going to be your dude. You need to follow him wherever he is. And then if he's in pass pro, blow him up and get to Brock Purdy. All right. Now, and like I said, when tackles will be made, do not let Deebo Samuels dictate to us. We need to hit him good and hard one good time to let him know, it's on tonight. It's on, okay? Um, on offense, I'm troubled because I would love it if Jason Peters was starting because he started left tackle because him and um, Tyler Smith could team up on Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa is a handful. Okay, this is going to be probably the defensive player of the year. All right, and he's coming. All right, he's coming. Now the book on him is that if you're gonna run it right at him. Tie his butt out. Keep blasting him. Keep blasting him. That way he don't have the legs for the pass rush. If you run it at him. That's but I'm concerned because we got Connor McGovern, who's not as good as Tyler Smith, playing left guard, and you got Tyler Smith playing tackle, which I love. But don't get me wrong, I love Tyler Smith, the rookie. Probably, if you rookie of the year, if you offensive rookie, offensive lineman, he'd probably be the offensive line, on the all rookie team. I'm sure if there is, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is, right? So he would be on that. But I think the more important thing, it's going to be difficult to run them, but we must continue. We must try to run. We definitely can't get into a situation where we're throwing it multiple times in a row, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight pass plays. We got to mix that run in, okay? Zeke, you need to be ready to hit them holes hard, and punish them guys when they're trying to tackle you. And then we need to not be scared to run that thing wide when Pollard's in there. Bust that thing outside and make them, and then some on the next run, maybe cut that thing back inside, make them play the entire field, right? Now, when we are throwing it, I think it's very important that we keep Dak clean. I think it's very important that Dak's not rushed or hurried because he's going to need time to dissect that defense. Now, accordingly, some of the things I've read, the front seven is outstanding. The back four, not so much. But if you're not getting time on the front seven, it don't matter how bad they're covering, you ain't gonna have time to throw the football. So it's very important that they keep Dak upright and keep him clean, where he can make his reads and make his throws. I think it's very important that Dak, we can't turn the football over at all on tomorrow. We cannot turn the football over under any circumstances. Okay, this team is too good. Okay, I know we kind of got lackadaisical with that, throwing it around, and we got a pick. I got a pick. Dude, we can't throw no picks against this team. All right, because you give them a short field, next thing you know, it's 7-0, and now we're behind the 8 ball. I think it's important we score early and make them play uphill. I think it's important defensively that we come up with some looks. Now, remember, Dan Quinn was the head coach of Kyle Shanahan when he was at Atlanta. So he may know some of Shanahan's tricks. But I think it's important that we, maybe disguise our coverages a little bit. Maybe show him one thing, but really at the snap, do something else. Maybe show a blitz, then everybody go back into their zones and give him like multiple guys to look at and make him have to throw into tight windows and make him throw against covered receivers. Maybe we can get a turnover or two off of him. Okay, I think it's very important that we keep him off schedule, keep him off his reads, keep him sort of off balance. Okay, for last 6 weeks he's been on schedule, on balance. They call him Big Clock Brock for no reason. They're not for no reason because he's very confident. We need to shake that confidence. All right, I think it's very important that we do that. It's going to be a game. All right. It's going to be a game. We deserve to be here. We're on the same level with this. I'm not caring what these prognosticators. Oh, it could be a blowout, dude. We're coming to play. We remember everything they did to us last year. We're coming to play. All right. Look, all that being said, man, this game is important. Because if we lose, it's like, yeah, same old Cowboys. Yeah, they got that one win against a bad Tampa team. When they faced good competition, they folded like a tent, folded like a cheap table. And we can't have that. As Cowboy fans, I'm tired of, well, you know what, let's go back. We'll get it next year. No. We got an opportunity now. Okay. Next year ain't promised. there's going to be a lot of changes to this team next year. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep Tony Pollard. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep Dalton Schultz. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep Terrence Steele, who got hurt in the Houston game and with an ACL, and he's in a contract year. We're probably not going to be able to keep Anthony Brown, who's also in a contract year. He tore his ACL in the Indianapolis Colts game. And of course, now we've been scuffling ever since then with that cornerback too. And I think Xavier Rhodes is going to get to that. And it's going to be some play by Israel Mukwamo, our draft pick we got this year out of South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. He and Deron Bland, along with Trayvon Diggs, are going to be the guys, and of course Xavier Rhodes, going to be the guys that's going to have to cover these guys. Going to have to cover Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuels, Jennings, and we just going to have to. But this is a legacy destroying or establishing game. Because if we win this game, it'll give us some confidence. It'll also allow us to feel like, look, man, we got an opportunity. And I said this to somebody that, man, if we win this game today or tomorrow, it's going to be real hard to keep us out that Super Bowl, man. Okay. I think this is the hump. We get this game, we get the Eagles, we get a chance to get the Eagles when everybody sort of, aside from Terrence Steele and Jason Peters, But for the most part, everybody got everybody because I think Lane Johnson's not going to be, he's not 100% for them. So it's sort of like even in the offensive line thing. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. But when everybody have everybody, first game we played them, I think week 6, they had everybody. We didn't have Dak, and they beat us 26-17. About 4 weeks ago, we on Christmas Eve, we had Dak. They played with Manshew, and we beat them 40-34. Okay, so this game, if we can get past the 49ers, and I'm in no way, shape, form, or fashion looking past the 49ers. But if for some reason or some way we can get past them, if we play our game and we get a turn, I think we're going to need a turnover or two. We're going to have to force Brock to give us one, and we might have to maybe lay the wood on somebody and make them cough up one, okay? And we might need to get Turpin to return us one, We're going to need maybe a break or two, all right? But I think we can get one of those, all right? We can do that, and we can get to the NFC Championship game. Ooh, man! And I'm not saying we're gonna blow by the Eagles or like that. The Eagles are formidable as well, but I think once we get a taste of that, I think it's gonna be real hard to keep us out that Super Bowl, man. So let's go ahead and let's get this win. So I done talked a lot and I flapped my gums about a lot of things today, in this little short video. I done said a lot of stuff, and maybe you think I ain't said nothing. So a prediction. I have my prediction. My prediction, if I can find it on my things here. Here you go. My prediction. I can't find it. I know I got it up here somewhere. Yeah, here it is right there. I don't know why it was hiding from me. My prediction, Cowboys 27, Niners 24. And the irony is they win it on a walk-off field goal by none other than Brett Money Mar. Cowboys 27, 49ers 24. And we move on to the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles. It can happen. It can happen. All right. But we got to play our game. It can happen. If we play their game, it's not going to happen. But if we play our game, we can do that. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, become a part of the Uncle Fred sports experience. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Once again, my prediction coming from Uncle Fred, Cowboys 27, 49ers 24 at the buzzer. Y'all have a good one. God bless. See y'all on tomorrow.